had to end the stream due to technical difficulties, but we are now back. And as usual, please comment below if you have any question. I know there were a couple of questions that had come up already on the chat about the pricing. And Shem, maybe we could just run through a couple of questions that I know normally we get when it comes to some of the property, what do you call it, investments that a lot of diaspora are making. And I think so I'll be asking some of the questions, and you guys, look, as you connect back in, just type in any question that you have. So thanks for that great presentation, Shem, really. And the truth is, you guys, I mean, when it comes to off-plan purchasing, you know that you're really buying under market value, and you're going to keep seeing the price going up. So the trick right now is to buy early and just get that investment in early, isn't it? That's always the trick with this type of purchase, isn't it? Yes, yes. And it's going to make it really easy to do it. And that's one of the things I really liked about this particular arrangement is you already have financing built in, you know. And if you're a cash buyer, perfect. You know, maybe you're able to get 40,000 USD and put it into the apartment. That's awesome. You actually get a discount if you're a cash buyer. So yeah, I think in that case, let's we can chat a bit. We can start discussing some of the aspects. Like, I know one thing maybe that would be useful to know, Shem, is what will be the cost of maintaining a property once the properties are ready.
So the cost, now associated to maintain the property when we hand over property basically is the service charges, and that's basically 5,000.
Okay, 5,000.
Ranging from 3,500 for a 3-bedroom.
It's having a with the connection.
So that's the only
I'm very sorry
cost.
about that. Oh, drat.
Oh, sorry.
It might be that maybe.
Again, Johan?
I lost you. Sorry, that was me. That was by the
Okay.
yeah, that was an issue on my side. But so I was asking I was asking
about the service charge.
Well, if the stream is still, yeah, it's okay. The stream is still going on. It's been on for 3 minutes. Apologies, guys. We've had some technical issues, but what I'll try and do is combine them so that we post it as one single video. And so what I wanted them to let us know is some of the questions. Please, you guys, you can also post even after this. Just post your questions, and then we'll get back. Okay, on the chat. So the number one was, yeah, Shem was mentioning that the service charge will be 5,000.
Exactly, yeah, 5,000 now for. Yeah, that's what 2-bed, and the maximum the units is a 3-bed is going for 6,500 per month.
Okay, okay, 3,500.
And also now is
that's excellent. Okay,
for gas power, you know, now this you have to pay. Yeah, you have to pay tokens as you use. So it's a really excellent model. That's great.
Okay, great. And then when at least you set out also the financing, I suppose another question, yeah, how's the schedule for you? I mean, what has been your track record in terms of finishing developments on time as a company? Do you see that developments are being completed on time? This is something everyone is going to ask, like, oh, it's going to complete on time. I've no doubt that it's possible. Come up. Like COVID comes up. So it will be what has been record. And then we've got a couple of questions coming up from Kare as well. Yeah.
Okay. So now for Centum Real Estate has really been completing projects in time. For example, we did the Two Rivers Mall. That's our mark within in Nairobi, and then now over units, 1-bedrooms, apartments, and also bungalows, which currently people are living in. I have a client who just called me right, just text me just a few minutes that they're really enjoying the stay there. So the
Oh,
Pingo
good.
development is a 10,000 acre. Yes,
Yes.
but now we're doing in phases. So phase one we ended over last year,
Oh, good.
August,
Okay.
and now yes we are selling now second phase right now. So if you
Mm.
also need a unit, if
For
you
15.
like kind of a holiday home or also investment, is
Yes.
there for you. Yes, so I think that's also what we have
Great.
done, and really appreciate the
Yeah.
management for allowing that. And then now, for example, now within the two rivers, as I've just taken you through the brochure within the Mzizi, there will be Riverbank Apartments will be
Yeah.
delivered by next month. Yes, and people will be settling by October, November. So December, it's a full swing. People will be in, and everything infrastructure is set, water, power, security. So we have a record on that. I promise that we
That's awesome. That's good to know. It's
will
to
take
see
you.
the track record. Thanks for that. There's a question from Kari who's
Yes, yes.
asked which would be considered a better buy between
Mm.
ZZ and Cascadia for someone that wants to invest in rental. Kari, can I just ask? I don't know if you're still on, but whether you're thinking of long-term rentals when you talk to, because for long-term rentals, there's a different type of it's a different type of market. For short-term rentals, it's also a different type of market. So, but Shem, would love to hear your thoughts.
So between Mzizi and Cascadia, I think as you have just stated there, these units attract maybe different types of tenants or investors investing. So you can either, it's now upon you to do either, oh sorry, I've seen, so it's a long-term rental Airbnb. So both apartments are well suited and very bring with income units, either through rent, either long-term rental. So both Mzizi and Cascadia, since they're within the same
Yes,
location. But now now they
yes,
fetch you what you need, yeah, in terms of rental. So I recommend
exactly.
you can split. You can go to Cascadia and then you can go to Zizi. You can invest there.
Yeah, and thanks for that. That's a great, and
Yes,
it's good to know. You talk about long-term rental, the Airbnb model, and that's a furnished apartment, isn't it? Furnished and serviced. You're giving someone, and maybe you're also it's kind of client you're attracting. It's either your business traveler who's within Kenya or Nairobi, or you're
mm-hmm.
attracting probably people who are on mission, like maybe or diplomatic workers who need a place to stay. So, when
Yeah,
you're thinking
exactly.
of all those things, you're going to have to, personally, when it comes to long term rental, and for Airbnb, the furnished apartment type of rental, I would always go for the smaller apartments because if you have a couple, then it's easy to put them up. If you have definitely the one that will yield will be the one that will be low cost with a big margin in order to bring your
Mm-hmm.
return.
Bigger
You know,
margin.
like yeah, you're
Mm-hmm.
you you're going to when you have a lower cost apartment, something in the range of maybe the 8 million or the 5-6 million, compared to an apartment that is like the 14 million. Already when you're doing something that is double, it means your rental yield will be lower for the same size of property. You know what I mean? So for furnished, that somebody, yeah,
Absolutely.
they're not there to live. So for them, they want a functional space, and they don't necessarily need like large expanse of space. A family would probably like if you brought in a family who maybe want space and you're 2 years or 3 years, I would go with Cascadia for sure. If you're in maybe
For
a
sure.
professional, a business traveler, I would go with Mzidi. That's just my own look at short-term rental. We do help clients actually monetize their properties. The minute that they have, 2-bedroom, 3-bedroom apartments, we help them monetize their properties. And what we've seen is that generally the 2-bedroom properties will go faster compared to 3-bedroom properties. And so to the point where even those who have 3-bedroom properties normally also try to sell the 3-bedroom property as a 2-bedroom in order to enable people, and sometimes even sell a 2-bedroom as a 1-bedroom on the short-term rental market or Airbnb market, in order to not lock out people who are looking for, smaller spaces, more private spaces. You know what I mean? Yeah. And then finally, another thing would be, when you have an all-in-suite property, you can absolutely sell it for, do it as a, how do you call it, business, in a business model, like the way one would run a boutique hotel. If you've got multiple units and all-in-suite, that's pretty much what a hotel is. So
Yeah, exactly.
yeah, everyone is
That's
self-contained
true.
in their own, yeah, in their own individual room. So there are those models. Carrie, I would actually recommend to maybe take a look at some of the resources I have here on LinkedIn, on Facebook, on the page, and yeah, reach out. Let's have a chat. It's always good to get an idea of what your vision is. But hands down, I would say you always want to start, if you're a first-time investor, start with something that's easy, something that you can pay off faster, something to expand. Okay. Yeah. Like a 2-bedroom is personally, I would go for a 2-bedroom for investment. Two
Yeah,
two
highly
one bedroom.
recommended.
Yeah. Two 1-bedrooms. Yeah. Yeah, sure. Carrie, reach out to me. I think I have a link on my page where you can, so we can talk more. Yeah. Cool. So Shem, I think those are any other questions, guys. Please
Yes.
put them on the chat. We're happy to answer your questions. I think Shem, another question had been about the, um, what when I know I'm curious to know what is the when does Centum see itself really filling out the Two Rivers development? At what point will the entire development be completed? In years, the vision.
So I can. Mhm. So the vision is for 10 to 15 years. So now 10 to 15 years from now we'll see the vision now shaping up. Then now, if there's any
Okay.
change now, we can also communicate, and also the vision can be also carried on.
Okay.
So, but 10 to 15 years, yeah,
10 to 15 years. Okay. Yeah. And it's very likely that whatever one buys now, it would probably
exactly.
have tripled in value, but within the next 10 to 15 years.
Definitely. Yes.
That's property in Africa. I think a lot of people always know the property market is going to go bust. Trust me. I am currently living in Abuja, Nigeria, where you buy an apartment or a townhouse for even $2 million. I'm telling you, this is just how $2 million, with 200 million Kenya shillings for a townhouse. It's not a house that's on an acre. So, and it keeps increasing. For Kenya, we're still at a place where our property values are definitely less than they are in West Africa. For those who know the West African market, like Ghana, Nigeria, very expensive markets, but they all started where, for example, places like South Africa and Zimbabwe are. The property prices were lower and would start to climb as the population density went higher. So, it's always better to invest early on. And for investment, it doesn't even have to be like what Shema shared, the Vipingo. If you want to eventually live in a holiday home in Vipingo, awesome. Buy that fast investment now, and you can actually sell it off and go and invest in a holiday home when you're ready to retire and live the life, as they call it. So yeah, it's always a good plan when it comes to all that. I'm just going to check if we have any additional questions. But like I said, really, guys, if there's anything else you have a question about, please type in the chat below the video. As always, if you do actually want to have us actually email you, please, this is a WhatsApp group link. You can join, and it's bit.ly investments 2021. Okay, bit.ly/investments 2021. And through that, you can get a group, and then that means you'll get my phone number, Shem's phone number, and you can private message us with your contact, and we can reach out. Okay, so that's a quick way. But obviously, you can also message me on any of the platforms where we're streaming right now, or comment. I don't to share your email on social media. Where it's better if you want to share your email, either direct message, yeah, direct message, or Yeah, but if you have a question, as always. So any last questions, everybody? Maybe any other comments, Shem? Any of the queries that maybe you hear coming up most often when you're chatting with people? And yeah.
Yes. So thanks, Jackie, for that. So most often when I meet clients, the topmost question that pops up is, why off plan? Why off plan? Why can't we see a finished product in the market and then we can just purchase and we can buy it? Because now, so normally this is how this is the reality in the market, is that an off plan project normally first it gives you normally shape it the way you want. As in, the moment you do the project, then we have this is what we'll be doing, this the plans, everything. Then we have now give us the ideal products that we put in the market. And normally, all our setup real estate projects, we are market driven. We don't give you just a building, then just purchase. No, we come to you, Jackie, as a client. What do you want? So I need my kitchen this bedroom this way. I need 2 bedrooms, 3 bedrooms. So that's now where we measure our decisions. Then now the development team sits down, the structural engineers sit down, and then they decide what you have gathered from the markets. So that's the further advantage of the ready-made, ready moving units. So it gives you that time frame to pay for the unit. So now, for example, if you're doing 2 years to 3 years development, so you see how flexible our payment plan is. Very awesome. So 20% now, then the next now you pay as you do it, as you build. So that gives you kind of a stretch, whereby now you can be able to complete paying before you enter the unit. I think those are the two major that issue that's normally popular now. Why now? Why pay now and then you'll be delivering the unit within 3 years? Then you have talked about the addition value, capital gains as we complete. Now, if you come now, you're doing 4.9 million for 1 bedroom. So by the end of the third year, when we hand over the unit, so it will be going from 5.2 or 5.3. So you see now that in fact, you invest now, you do the 4.9 rather than investing at 5.5. So that's you some cash. And then now the things there is good, is a good cash you will save in that period. Yeah, thanks. So I think those are the two major issues that really, yeah.
Okay, great. Well, thanks for that. And yeah, that's true. I think a lot of people have been banned when it comes to, have been burned when it comes to off plan. But that's why it's good to get into an investment, with a company that's tried and tested. And truth be told, I always have much more, how do you call it, confidence when there's also banks involved because of the due diligence that's normally required. And yeah, I think just people who have a track record in delivery is very important. Those are one of the things that you want to look at when you're looking at investments in general. Yeah. So awesome, guys. I think we'll end there. But thanks so much for giving us your time today. I mean, it was great to chat with you. Reach out. The link is open, and we'll keep sharing more info. And do let us know what other opportunities that you'd like to learn more about if you learn of something interesting. We thank you, Shem, for coming on with us today. Took a chunk out of your evening. We appreciate
Appreciate
it. Yeah. So
appreciate
awesome. So everybody have a great rest of your evening, I suppose, or morning for those who are on the other side. And we'll also maybe I can put a link to the brochure for those who also be interested. Actually, better yet, just click on the chat bit.ly/investments 2021, and then we'll post the PDF there for everything that you're needing. Okay. Good. Bye,
it.
everyone.
Thank you so much.
Most welcome.
Bye.